know, surprising this amount of metal cabinet going on here. You know, there's a lot actually going on. I mean, people are getting killed quite a lot, and although we're not seeing anybody actually manage to get a good push going. Although, Dank Techie, you realise you did say that on all chat, right? I hope they don't know what you're doing. Suddenly, every person's team starts scrolling up. And NC goes, already did that. But Blue, grab middle point though. Now, can they get the push on?
I'm thinking at this point, just by the way that Blue are playing, like, these are dumb tactics, but they're tactics that... It's not so much that they're dumb because they're bad, it's dumb because they're powerful, if that makes sense. It's kind of a loaded question, you know, what defines Trisoft, and I think, you know, now that Blue have kind of, they've dipped their feet in the pond, they know what they're doing, and I think they're kind of going balls to the wall stupid, and it just so happens that it's really working.
Yeah, I mean, it's basically when you start doing things like all go flodge. You know, that's not really try-harding, because everyone's newbiest fire weapons ever, and it's like, not really that bad. I think what else is there? You know, cow manglers. We haven't seen those. I mean, cow manglers is one of those weapons you don't see now. I mean, back in the day, it was so popular, and for its a big shot ability to disable sentries for a couple of seconds, that might make a return. I mean, am I correct in that the cow mangler shot can't be reflected either, or is it the righteous bison that reflected it?
I believe the cow mangler can be reflected. It's just obviously incredibly badly designed in that the rockets from a blue player are blue, and usually a blue player is stood on a blue side of the map where everything is blue, and it's incredibly difficult to see where that rocket is, and there's no real frame of reference in terms of like what time you're supposed to air blast. I think it's not so much that it can't be air blasted, it's just as a design it's difficult to air blast it. But yeah, the righteous bison itself, that's just kind of like the Thompson without the cloak and uber decay, but you know, put a crits on that and that is a violent weapon. I'm surprised we haven't seen that so far, because I love that.
Oh, I think there's a push going on here. Whoa, one medic's dodging another, and oh, there it goes. We're going to see a push on here. Oh, look at red team just swoop in, save the point. We almost saw the end of the map. Okay, where's Nicotine 50th Century now?
It's okay.
Yeah, trying to find your sentry, but I think it's gone already, I think. That's the problem when people build secret stuff. It's so secret sometimes that even, you know, commentators can't find it.
The control point is being captured.
Looks like both teams again trying to push a little bit. You know what would be like the worst, most heinous, most horriblest rush? I just realised it and it's awful. Mini sentry rush. I mean, could you imagine about 12 engineers going plonk, and then oh god no, why?
Thing is, on a map like this as well, especially midpoint, if you are say playing on red and you chuck it just past the point on red side or blue side, whichever the opposite team to what I just said was, that is going to be hell of a hard to try and fight against. I mean, okay, yeah, you can get splash damage with a soldier or something like that, but you know, basically any wave that the enemy teams comes from, they're going to be in range for it, and just all those little tiny nicks of health coming down and have it, you know, be like 12 or 14 fold. That is pretty much going to destroy anything straight away.
Oh, looks like blue nearly made a push there. The heavy cop just about defeated there, having trying his best. It looks like blue team. The other thing we haven't seen any aggressive engineering just yet. You know, good old-fashioned getting guys to the front engineering. Does really help. We are seeing so many soldiers as well now on teams. They're just firing all the time. There's so much spam fire. It is really looking like a pub server. You know, a Valve tier server.
Yeah, I mean, I know we normally don't tend to sort of take note of, you know, sick air shots, bro, 420 and all that crap. But I gotta say, pieces shot on Oki there while he was in mid-air, using the classic and just seeing a rocket jumping guy explode into a sort of bloody firework. That was pretty nice to see.
Mazmik there trying to use the what's the Phlogisnator's counterpart? Man Melter, that's it. I've seen this guy, he's putting, you know, taking people off fire, which is lovely teamwork, and he's trying to get those crits to use it. Oh wow, nice work from Viking there. Pretty much straight takes on a heavy until Simply Jarvis runs into the room and immediately killed by Sentry. I mean, Nicodemus Sentry actually been pretty damn lethal recently. I mean, that's actually not a bad position even for the standard map. That actually worked really well. I mean, one thing I love about that is it kind of really abuses the height lines. Because you come out of that, you don't really see it.
Yeah, those are the good ones, especially for points like that, and it's kind of the same sort of thing as you get on 5 Gorge on the final points, you know. You can't see them until you're already within range, and it's incredibly difficult to get back out, you know. Anything where a sentry is in a dip that you kind of can't jump out of quickly, that's pretty much a guaranteed kill for you right there.
Oh wow, Red team's on the move. We just saw, I think, Scar there with the, not sure if that was the Flodge there, killing off a ton of guys. I think Blue's going to get repulsed. You know, somebody said, you know, can the Man Melter be reflected? I'm like, no, it can't because it's technically a flare. It then got me on the idea of possibly the worst Valve. Oh no, somebody got hit by the train. I think that was a medic as well. Did you look both ways when you crossed the road? I don't think you did. Rocket Blade, good job. But like, wait, you can't reflect flares. Can you reflect flares? I hope you can't reflect flares. And on top of which, oh, they can be reflected. Now, to be fair, I've never seen it happen before. It's very rare. But then the other thing I thought, wait, so it's a projectile. So, do you think that could have maybe, you know, maybe Valve one day make the most unpopular, you know, patch? And then make it so that the short circuit now stops flares.
Oh,
Jesus Christ! The falls with rage. That would be Sticky Gate all over again. Look in the pipe. Oh, is that? Oh, okay. Yeah, I see my pipe, but yeah, that's amazing little tactic there. Yes, that's quite funny actually. I forget, you know, Freight is one of those levels that does use water. I remember doing that kind of shenanigans over in RD Asteroid. Maybe we should go back there one day. I don't know. Did somebody get killed by the train again?
Despite the war, I don't actually think I personally haven't seen a single Neon Annihilator here. But, you know, I think as soon as you see a Neon Annihilator, you know that there's no point being in the water. So, that really is one of the most pointless weapons in the game, to be honest. There's nothing that it can take advantage of. I mean, it needed that buff to help it remove sappers, else it just wouldn't have. There would have been literally no reason to use it, and it's kind of unfortunate. I don't really think there should be any weapon in the game where certain maps make it useless.
Yeah, I know what you mean. I mean, it's home wrecker is so much better simply because with the home wrecker you can actually one-shot mini sentry, which is really handy. And we actually now onto the final part of the map here. Get ready for some excitement. And please forgive the glitchy train on my end. The Matrix just gone completely wonky. And blue win it. Red forgot to sound on the point, and I think blue just generally pushed up and won. Now, okay, finally breaking out a stealth ray, and the DOMs are still weird. I mean, both teams again have majoritively DOMs on each other somehow. What is going on here? I don't know. So a few people on each team must be playing Patsy right now. And there goes blue team, kind of trying to move on the point. One traffic gun goes astray. Double spy killed right there. And blue take it. I think the Chozo strategy is also coming into effect. Oh no, and the stabs are real. Nice work there from Tom. I almost thought that heavy going to get Ubered by two medics then. I thought, oh, they're really trying to get this one guy alive. I mean, the proper Chozo strat requires at least 4 medics and 1 heavy. You got your crit medic, you got your Uber medic, you got your vaccinator medic, quick fix medic.
No, I mean, if you're going to take it that far, you may as well go 6 medics and chuck in each of the vaccinator resistances. If you're going to do it right, or if you're going to do it hard, you've got to do it properly hard. You've got to chuck in every single option possible, and maybe chuck in a couple, perhaps like a sort of forward unit of 2 Uber Saw and standard Uber medics, purely so that they can be sort of like a little barrier to push forward with a Uber chain. That would be pretty much, as long as you've got a fairly organised bunch of people, that is going to be a impossible to beat team.
Well, what's the saw blade thing, the medieval one? I mean, if you had all of them, if they're suddenly in a situation that all low health, you get all to taunt, and suddenly, 6 amputators at one go suddenly heal the entire team up again, and then push.
It would be very cool to see like every single area of effect item all in use at one time. Every single banner, like 5 amputators going on at once, just everything like that, to see the ridiculous pushing power that a team could have with that sort of attack.
Oh, no, there goes Maggot, and mid's getting capped right under blue's nose. Blue is trying really hard for it not to, get capped. I don't know why Tom there didn't really help out, but I had no clue how he survived A so long, B why he didn't help push that, but that was close there for Red. They nearly got the game. They nearly got the game back. I think it also stopped that attack on the second point. Like, whoa, 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 whoa! What's happening in the rear?
Yeah, I'm not really sure what Tom's tactic was there. It didn't really pay off. I mean, most obvious dead ringer spy EU kind of comes to mind with that one. It's just sort of running into people and bumping in, and everybody saying spy, and him still not doing anything, then suddenly dying. It's it was pretty expected when you died the second time, if I'm honest. I saw that coming from a mile off.
I think NC Ghost there is playing Amputator a bit too hard. Not even going to be saved by crits from that. Just thinking about, the dead ringer. Like, you've had first death, yes. What about second death?
What I want to know is, I don't know if anybody sort of ever researched this, but obviously certain taunts, it's less easy now with this sort of new update to the taunt system, but older taunts, if you perform them just as you were running off sort of an edge of a sort of building or whatever, you could obviously carry on the taunt while moving around. I want to know whether or not with the Amputator that causes the aura to follow you along, or if it stays in place while you're moving, or because you know, if you got good at that, you could really take advantage of that and be a mobile medic.
Alarm Copter's pro glitch stats. Until a couple of guys doing that, they get suddenly cuckooed by Baldy Dog from nowhere. Too kawaii for you there. Something a little bit gun shy from that sentry that's only popped up in front of him. And you look at Red's coming back. Somewhat. Yeah, that sentry's actually doing tons of stuff there. I think Red's due in for a push up. Right now we've got Bruce falling back to the middle. And Oki gets hit by the train. So Rocket Blade again! What is wrong with you, man? Didn't you see the train? As it crept up behind you and then killed you with its face. Suddenly Red are pushed right over. Can they cap this? Get on the point! There you go. Right, now okay, Red's back in the driving seat. That mini sentry though, that is a lovely one. If you look at that, the precise height of that, it's so small you can't see over the battlements. That is the trollingest little mini sentry versus air jumpers I've ever seen. You take your medal.
Something I didn't notice is that I don't know whether or not it's particularly because of this map version or what, but yeah, Nicodemus, you've got it. That is, I'm not sure whether or not that has been patched out, because that seems a little bit easy to exploit, if I'm honest. But I imagine we'll see in good time if Blue can push it back, although it doesn't look like they're going to be able to do that.
Would it be glitch? Let's see.
On midpoint, you can actually get up to and build in those on those little roof areas.
Oh yeah.
You could put a sentry up there on like the opposite side to your team. Or no, in fact, your team side. That's a pretty good defense thing.
So better going for the last point. Blue try and defend. One scout is circling the area. Nope.
Oh no.
Harris
Here comes Scar.
Oh boy, red team is really trying to get the push on here. And the train! This is going to be a little tricky, although... Twipley there saving the day with fish! Nope, and red team wins it. Nicely done. Okay, now time for our after-match assessment. And today I think we again the game started as they normally do, which is a little bit I don't want to hurt anybody. I be kind of like casual and all that. And I think actually it bloomed in something magnificent, which is the experimental game. And yeah, it was lovely to watch actually. All these weapons that don't ever get used coming out of the attic, and all the guys playing with them. It's actually really fun to watch.
Yeah, it is nice to see people discover new tactics and stuff like that, purely because you're stepping outside of the box and playing with a little bit more of a light-hearted manner. You're not super worried about whether or not you win or die. And I mean, yeah, it's kind of a breeding ground for flog pyros, but it's also a nice little haven for people who want to stand around and use the amputator, people who want to use banners, which they never get to try. I mean, nice to see 2 or 3 Conjurers getting used, which, to be honest, the Conjurer is really underrated. I love that weapon, and no one uses it.
Yeah, it's that strange when you go, why is that soldier moving so fast? Oh, wait. Yeah. And then you got that one with the whip behind him going, I'm going so fast! I've never done this before on ground. I'm so happy. But yeah, no, I actually I'd say I think we might have to kind of rebrand Wednesdays for that reason. I think making it casual or like low tier may not be so good for that. But I think actually making it kind of experimental Wednesdays, where players actually use weapons they don't normally use or classes they don't normally use, might be a better idea.
Yeah, I mean that's the thing, because
sorry, you're saying?
I guess there is kind of like the argument. Yeah, everybody, in the end, everybody still tries to win and stuff like that. And like I said, what is sort of playing casually is kind of a loaded question, because playing casually is going to be different for everybody anyway. But I kind of do prefer the idea that people come in here and they try and use something different and they just have fun with it, and it's more like a just relaxed rather than casual. It's not meant to be for just sticking about. You can try hard if you really want to, but try something new.
Yeah, like I'm gonna try hard quickie bomb launcher. Yeah, okay, that might work. But don't try hard sticky bomb launcher. You know what I mean? No doing that. This is the point. We try to get Shaggy away from everybody else so they can actually do stuff. We don't want another Shaggy, or do we? But in any case, anyway, guys, thank you very much. We had a great fun today, doing this, and so we'll be back next week. Can't remember what map it is, but remember, Friday is Hardcore Fridays, where basically win the game is pretty much the name of it. And we had marvelous fun last time, and this time Fridays is Hydro, so expect massive antics there. Anyway, guys, thank you very much. Have good luck and good games.
Peace out.